God has allowed us to do ministry in Amarillo with Amazing Grace for 2 years now. What a special thing to get to look at the hearts and lives of people. And we asked our members here what brought them to Amazing Grace, and maybe even more special, what kept them here.
What brought us here was, I would say, trial and error.
First time I worshiped with Amazing Grace was actually on a Zoom call.
We said, hey, here's the Lutheran church, so we'll go. And as they say, the rest is history.
We tried numerous ones that just weren't a fit. And my daughter was coming home for Christmas, and she said, Mom, you have to find a church because we always go to church on Christmas Eve. So we tried one down the street, and we thought, well, that will work, close. And there was a flyer in our box that said, are you looking for a place to have a nice Christmas Eve service? And I said, let's try this one. And so we came to that one, and it just felt really good. And we came the next week, and he and I both went home and said, this is the place.
Yeah, this is our church.
When I came in, it was small, but it was good small. It's like cozy.
You just felt, when you walked in the door, you just felt like, you're already part of the family.
You belonged.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think that's a thing that really struck home with me.
I moved up here for college, and I didn't really have a church picked out at the time, so I was told about Amazing Grace's mission and how Pastor Hans was up here starting it. So I wanted to come visit and give it a try. And honestly, after the first time, I was pretty hooked. I was like, okay, this is it. This is home.
We really liked the atmosphere here, the small size of the church. We decided that we were going to start taking the Faith Foundations class.
I really enjoyed the Faith Foundations class and getting to go through that process and learn everything that's kind of more specific to Amazing Grace itself and the whole Wells Lutheran body of the church.
I feel like the messages are always something that was relative to my life.
Something that resonates with me is how relatable the message is and how we do a really good job at meshing the music and the kids' message and everything along to that message. It all goes hand in hand and it all feeds off of each other. And that to me is really cool.
Being involved in all the activities to draw in the community and not just to make the church grow, but to spread the word of God.
It's a small-sized church with a big heart.
I would like to say I never had the Faith Foundations portion of our church, and I thought that even we both grew up in a church, we felt like we knew Christ, and it was a really strong foundation of our childhood and growing up, but encourage a lot of people just to do it even if they have had a background.
I think I would say that from starting to where we are now has been extremely eye-opening and really, really fascinating to me.
We kind of liked the opportunity to be a part of something that was growing and building and be able to grow and build with the church as a whole from the beginning. So another, one of the draws that kind of brought us to Amazing Grace at first.
It's been gratifying to watch over the last almost 3 years now how this little congregation has grown.
I would just say to anybody who is thinking of coming here, really do so. It is a part of my life now that helps me feel so much better than if I didn't come here.
If you are looking for a place for your family to grow, then this is a good place to be.
We just feel so blessed to have found that church with that flyer in the mail.